Okay, we are live. Don't know if anyone's watching. See anyone watching. But I am making, what do you call it? It's sausage goulash or burtgulas. My tongue doesn't quite do what I want it to do there. But burtgulas, that's on how heavy your accent is. It's sausage goulash, sausage and potato goulash, or potato goulash, I think is what they actually call it. And hello, M. Gabriel. How are you doing? I need to turn down my phone here. Because it started playing on Rumble, apparently. So actually showing up there. Where's it? The volume coming from? That's where the volume's coming from. Okay, cool. There we go. Rumble's doing good. Hello out there on Rumble. I'm not forgetting about you. I have to check my phone for the comments, though. I'll put a link to my Patreon on Rumble and on YouTube, which should have also went to, well, I don't know if it went to Twitch or not. But if you want to support my channel, it's there. I also appreciate all rants if anyone wants to leave one. But what we're going to do in this first pot here anyways, we're making sausage and potato goulash. I'm going to start by heating this thing up. Everything's a little crazy right now. I've got a nephew that's in the hospital. He was walking a large dog. And apparently the dog got away from him. And for lack of a better phrase, sort of Marmaduke him. And he's in the hospital right now. But he's not in the same state, so it's not like I can run and be there. But anyways, on with the show. You can use vegetable oil. You can use bacon grease. I'm about to use bacon grease, and I'm going to cheat because when I was at HEB, and of course I live in Texas, so it's HEB, I got this stuff. Instead of my usual rendering down some bacon, what have you, if I can get the adult-proof covering off of it. I don't think this is adult-proof. I think this is actually to preserve the product. You know how all the child-proof containers end up, in actuality, being adult-proof. I'm going to put 2 good spoons of this in there, just so we got some bacon grease to start with. And shake some of this off. That's bacon grease. Don't let it go to waste. I'm going to start with that. Just melt it down. You can even use butter if you want, or like vegetable oil, bacon grease, something, as long as you have some oil. You can use lard, which is probably more traditional, butter, bacon grease. Turn my heat down just a little bit. I have 1 large sweet onion. You can use like 2 of the smaller ones, like you get them bags of sweet onions. That's perfectly fine. No measurement here is exact. You can play with it and feel free to play with it. I think every family ends up with their own little recipes, and they're all kind of close, and grandma did it this way, and your grandmother did it that way. It ends up being what it is. And that's how things happen. We're going to cook this down a little bit, and then we're going to add the sausage to it. They got the lighter kielbasas, just a Polish kielbasa, that sort of thing. and I was looking for a darker one. I found one. It was a bitch to peel the skin off of it, but I did find one, and that's what I'm going to use. But you can use the lighter ones too, or you can use skinless sausage. Honestly, if you have sausage, it doesn't even have to be like kielbasa, Polish, or Czech, or anything like that. As long as it's sausage, you're good. And this sausage is pork sausage. I don't think it's going to hurt to use beef if you use beef. You'll check that when it starts smelling good. Okay, cool. You're going to smell it all the way over there. Hello, Bjorn. How are you doing? I hope the weather is good up there, because I'm going to be in Michigan in 2 more days again. I'll leave out in the morning. Same load. It's running hot for a while. I don't know if I'm going to be home on Thanksgiving or not, or what time I'm going to get home at. I might do a turkey or something next week. I do not know. It's going to depend on timing of everything. Because I've got to do some quick turnarounds to get up there and get the loads done. For anyone who doesn't know that happens to randomly be listening to my chat, what I do for a living is I'm a truck driver. And that's why I'm home, I cook, which is usually on like a Saturday or a Sunday. I'm usually off on Sunday, but then things can switch around, and then I'm off on Saturdays for a while and I work Sundays. All depends on what is needed. Needs of the job, that sort of thing. I mean, I got over here on Rumble. I got 10 people watching on Rumble. Hello, how are you? Leave a comment, let me know you're there, and I will respond to you. I have to check every once in a while. Got Rumble pulled up here. The reason I have to do that is I use StreamYard so I can broadcast to multiple places. I'm broadcasting to YouTube, Terrace West Kitchen, and I'm broadcasting to Twitch, which my son set me up with. So if you're on Twitch, I'm not forgetting about you either. Every once in a while, I have somebody on Twitch watching. Leave a comment. Let me see. Night of Corpses. Yeah, you're on Twitch. Is that an HEB branded spicy? Probably. Let me see. Right here. Caraway seeds, HEB. Yes, it is. They should sponsor me, but they don't. I'm friends kind of with a butcher there. He's a pretty cool guy. He saved some bones, or he's been trying to, for my dog. They package them up like the femur bones. I think they were going to be too big a pack, and he got one that was just the right size today. And so my dog's over there chewing on a split femur bone, thanks to a wonderful guy over there at HEB. He's a butcher. He also cut me a steak, which I might cook later. Actually, I probably will. I have all of this to do as well. Coolness. Yes, we have spices we're going to use. Not many. It's basically salt, pepper, paprika, some caraway seeds, and paprika. Sometimes you can find this at the World Market. Sometimes you have to order it. If you can just get regular Hungarian, it's fine. But this stuff right here, when you're cooking like some kind of Eastern European dish, something like that, you want sweet Hungarian paprika. You do not want smoked paprika. You can use regular paprika, and that'll be okay. It's not quite as good. If you can't get sweet Hungarian paprika, Spanish paprika, it's so good, I almost want to say it's not second. That's how good it is as compared to Hungarian paprika. And if you can't get the sweet paprika, there's also just the regular Hungarian paprika right there. I think I'm fighting some Polish and Hungarian grandmothers at HEB for spices and stuff like that, because they only get them in ever so often. And if you don't get them, they don't have them for a year. I want these to go somewhere. I don't know. I might. You're in Austin, Night of Corpses. Awesome, awesome. I have some friends in Austin. They have bike channels. There is Whitney Does. She's got a pretty cool channel if you're into motorcycles. Just look up Whitney Does. You'll find her channel. Then, of course, there's Spite's Corner. It's internet friend kind of thing. And they both got some pretty cool channels if you're into motorcycles. And cooking, there's another lady in Austin who's got a pretty unique and cool channel. If any of y'all haven't checked her channel out, it's called Rubbish Cooks. This thing just died. I might put a link to her channel in there in a bit. Let me unplug this thing. I think my phone died for some reason. I have no idea why. It should be charged. Sometimes electronics are weird. Cat, will you move? Good, let's go. I also have 2 cats and a dog, so every once in a while they'll go crazy. They had hamburger on sale, 3 pounds for $9.99. Cool. He made Ghost Shadow. He made 7 quarts of spaghetti. Awesome. You must like spaghetti. Everyone likes spaghetti. Now I'm going to add the sausage to it. This is just one big link of sausage. I have not done the potatoes yet. I need to do the potatoes. I was talking to my mom on the phone. Obviously, with a nephew that's in the hospital, you can kind of guess what we were talking about. Also, for the HEB fans out there, if you're trying to cut out the sugar and stuff from your diet, the Walmart, carbonated flavored water isn't that great. But the HEB versions are way better than Walmart. That's 1 large sweet onion so far. You stay away from that. And here in a minute, I'm going to add the garlic. Garlic burns easy. This is basically a Czech dish. And I don't have the light rye bread. I have dark rye bread, so I'm going to be pairing it with that. I haven't made dumplings in a while. I need to do that, but I haven't. Not dumplings like chicken and dumplings, like Czech dumplings. It's basically boiled loaves of bread. Oh, marjoram. Got to get that out. Oh, there it is. Good. We're going to need that towards the end. That's another spice we're going to need is marjoram. Basically, your typical Eastern European spices. Your what do you call it? Caraway seeds, paprika, marjoram. Where's my thing? Here we go. I'll put 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm using kosher salt, but you don't have to. I guess my other salt is grinding, and I wanted to measure 2 teaspoons. You can taste it later and see if you need to add more. You need to have some stuff that's not iodized. Not just for cooking, but like if you're gonna make like fermenting foods like sauerkraut, which I'm planning on doing in the future, you don't want to use the iodized. You can use like the pink Himalayan, kosher works awesome, but you don't want that. And I need the black pepper. Now don't get the ends of the pepper mixed up. I've done that. Especially when you're doing eggs. Like you fried some eggs or something, and then instead of sprinkling, you pour. This is 2 tablespoons of pepper. That always sucks. Even with the salt, that sucks. I hadn't made up my mind if I want to use diced tomatoes or if I want to use tomato paste. I probably need to make my mind up pretty quick. I don't know why my lights keep flickering. But they do. You know, I use tomato paste. Bear with me. Use 2 small cans. Yes, I rinsed the cans off. I'll get back with the chat in just a second. Okay. That. Yeah, it's tomato paste. It's gooey, sticky. That'll work. Turn my heat down a little bit. We're getting just that little bit of browning on the sausage there. Mix this in real good. I have 3 cloves of garlic, sort of smashed and diced up. I'm going to go ahead and add them. Dream Calamut. Hi, how are you doing? You love cooking as well. Awesome, awesome. That is awesome. I was going to make this in that cast iron Dutch oven. I think I kind of need a little bit bigger cast iron Dutch oven to do that. And I might get one at some point. Paprika. Paprika. Don't worry, we're about to add broth to it. Now, if you live in the South, well, actually, if you live anywhere, but especially if you live in the South and you live in the swamp, like I do. I live in Texas, out in Southeast Texas with the alligators. You have something like this. This is the first thing critters want to get into. So it's a really good idea to store it in a plastic baggie, even though it's closed. This paprika is made from peppers, and they love peppers. And there is the paprika. They actually call this potato goulash, but it's like sausage and potato. I call it sausage goulash because it has sausage in it. It seems like every damn thing has potato in it. But we're going to end up adding chicken stock to it. You can use broth. You can use bouillon. You don't have to. My lights keep flickering. You don't have to specifically use chicken stock. But you do need chicken. The ants around your house must be stupid. Oh yeah, we have fire ants. We have lots of fire ants. We'll rumble back up over here. Please remember to hit that like button. It does help me out. Rumble back up over here. And why did the volume go up? Just gotta turn it back on. Mojo sounds yummy. Awesome. Or MKJO. I keep wanting to read that as Mojo. Awesomeness, awesomeness, awesomeness. And where are we going? Here we go. I'm just going to use the Swansons. Yes, from HEB. And no, I didn't get theirs. I do half the time, though. One quart. Four cups if you're measuring. What else we got? Do I want to peel them or do I not want to peel them? peel or not to peel? That is the question. You shouldn't need that many. About 5 or 6 small red potatoes, and you can use gold. I probably wouldn't use a russet. Just use something that you would usually use in a soup. I think you would be fine. And as you're cutting the potatoes up, just kind of think spoon size. Something that you can fit on a spoon. That'd be about the right size. I don't think there's a need for an exact measurement. It has to be 1 inch cubes or what have you. No. Just cut it up, dice it up, what have you. As long as it'll fit on a spoon, you'll be fine. God, that is rude. Bear with me while I peel potatoes. Let me get this stuff heated up. In fact, let me turn it back up a little. I'll check the chat again in just a second. Got about 3 more potatoes to peel. Then chop them up, and they'll be in there. Then we can start on the next dish. Next dish isn't going to be completely from scratch. And for anyone new to the channel, new to watching, what have you, being a truck driver, what I cook on the weekends is generally what I take on the road with me, and then I don't have to eat garbage food on the road. And that's the way it is. I know people think that just because a truck driver stops there, it must be good food, and that is far from the case. Some places have really good food. It's not necessarily good for you. But there's less and less restaurants. Most of the restaurants are being replaced with fast food. And while most anything I cook would not be considered health food, it's definitely better than fast food. Your McDonald's, your Whataburger, and your Jack in the Box, and your Subway, and all that kind of stuff. Subway, I guess, isn't that bad, but that got old quick. Once they started putting them in truck stops, that got old. Okay, I think that's enough potatoes for now. Now I just gotta cut them up. One day I will get another camera and you can watch this. Maybe if Santa Claus is good. Or if he's got bad eyes. I don't think I'm on that list. Something tells me I'm probably on the naughty list. Starting to boil over there. Good. Good. I'm just about done here. Last one. There we go. Might be a couple of larger chunks there. Let me check. Face, red heart shape. Okay. That's meant to be a meme. Hello, Ghost Shadow. How are you doing? Hello, that bearded guy. Have you ever made your own broth? Yes, I have. I just don't have that much time today. I've even got a chicken over there I can make my own stuff out of. I can make stock out of it. 90% will clog your arteries. Yes. My food will clog your arteries. Yes, it will. Wondering, I really need to add anything to it. It's that debate. I can add a small potato if I want to do a potato. That would be about it. About one more. That'll be 7 small ones. Well, later we'll probably add some flour to it and thicken it up. It's going to go on the back burner here in just a second. We're going to cheat at gumbo. I might even have to do a little reading. Hopefully not trip over everything. My one leg, my foot still kind of feels like a space boot, if that makes any sense. That's a little better. That'll work. So I'm going to do the gumbo is the little box over there. I'll show you in a minute. Probably a teaspoon caraway seeds. Probably add the margarine last. For the gumbo, I'm just going to use the Zatarans. From HEB, of course, because it's fixing to expire anyway, so I need to use it. 6 cups, water, gumbo, mix. Four-quart saucepan. So I'm actually reading the directions. So that big one in the back. And I'm going to need to debone some chicken. Just like I said, I'm cheating. And I have a rotisserie chicken. And I'll have some andouille sausage. And that's what's going to go in the gumbo. You can put a bay leaf in there if you want to. Hold on. I even know where my bay leaves are. I know I have them. That's not good. I knocked the yeast out of the cabinet. Oh, this stuff's good too. Sofrito. I'm just not using it today. Oh, here they are. I will add one for shits and giggles. There we go. Turkish bay leaves. Here. Hold on. There we go. I think she could sense that I was live. She had to interrupt. That's what she does. That is going to go on the back burner. And we'll start with another dish. if I can find where to put everything. How is tiny kitchen? Trash. I have no idea why everything's still flickering. Rinse this out. Just put potatoes in it. I don't have that much of anything. Sorry for the commotion. But for my watcher out there on Twitch, another HEB item. A rotisserie chicken. And we're just deboning this. We're taking whatever meat we want off of it. Sort of breaking it up. And my dog immediately comes in here. Little piece of skin ain't gonna hurt. Vanessa Kitty, how are you doing? I'm deboning a rotisserie chicken here for gumbo. I don't really even need all of it. I'm going to use the rest of it for something else, or at least Amy's going to use the rest of it for something else. Well, usually I like thigh meat and stuff for soups and that sort of thing. And if I was making it completely from scratch, that would be what I would be using. It's like leg and thigh quarters and that sort of thing. This is a small bird. And for the sake of time, we're just going after the breast at the moment. I'm gonna get some leg and some thigh in there. As long as it's good and broke up. Dog, you leave that cat alone. The Tom and Jerry show. I have 8 people on Rumble. How are you doing? I'm not forgetting about you. Rants are appreciated, by the way. Not that I really get them. I think I've gotten one ever. And we're just kind of tearing the meat off and shredding it. It's going to be in the gumbo. It's not pretty, but it is what it is. You want some chicken? Here you go. As he opens the big black hole known as his mouth, doesn't even taste it, just envelops it, and it's gone. I'll get some of this leg and thigh meat over here. Get that in there too. Yeah. He's a good boy. When he wants to be. Problem is he doesn't often want to be. Usually requires some sort of food to be present. And then he's an angel. I believe my children were the same way. Not quite enough. Like I said, this is a small bird. Just one of those rotisserie chickens from HEB. That's all it is. Yes, Chloe, we know your opinion of the dog. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but she was stating her opinion clear of what she thinks of canines. And I don't think she has a very high opinion of canines. But she's a cat, so probably gonna do about half this chicken or close to it. Then we're gonna chop up some sausage. Honestly, that's about enough. Pretty close to it. It's a messy job. It's not pretty. But it is what it is. And that should be about enough. Now I have all the animals eyeballing this rotisserie chicken. Check the comments. Nothing new. Okay. The sausage, what I'm going to use is this anadui right here. Once again from HEB. It's not their brand, but they sell it. It's pretty good. They have another one. It's kind of good too. I think this one's better. I hope so. There was a guy looking for it. His wife was making gumbo. She sent him looking for sausage. Like, is this hot? Is this not hot? I'm like, get this one. Hopefully that's what his wife wanted. If not, he's getting yelled at and probably blaming me. Sorry about that, dude. God, that feels so much better. The other sausage did not want to peel. That is so much better. I'm just going to coin it up. Once again, on any of this, just think about something that'll fit on a spoon. Think it's too big for a spoon, it's probably too big. And here we go. There you two go. There you go. Gotta pay my pet tax. Calls for like £1. That's more than £1. I don't really care. All right. 6 cups of water and gumbo mix in a 4-quart pan, well blended. Bring to a boil, cover for 25 minutes. That'll work perfectly. Like I said, this time I'm going from the box. Center end. So, let me rinse out this new measuring cup that I have. Complete with paper still on it. And we will use this. That pack has the rice already in it. Why do my lights keep flickering? I have no idea. Hopefully my internet stopped flickering. If it is, let me know. Not that there's anything I can do about it. I want 6 cups, 1.5 quarts, 4 cups. That chicken? I got messy. What is this? Oh, I got messy with the chicken. Lovely. I'll do that again. Not that it matters, but I guess for optics. Okay, 4 cups. Calls for 6. And this is my new measuring cup. It's glass. We'll see how long that lasts. Turn on the fire. That'll probably be done in about 10 minutes. But stir it so it don't stick. I've got too many things going. MKJO commenting on Rumble. Awesome. It's just a seasoning pack with rice. Cool. I am making a mess. I'm always making a mess. That is the seasoning pack. Me, looks like it needs more water. So I guess this can kind of be a review of the product. I usually make it from scratch. What I like to do is start off with like the day before, where I can go ahead and cook the chicken and everything and make my own stock and my own everything for it. But I just don't usually have the time to do that because I don't make my living from YouTube. I make my living from driving a truck. So it is what it is. I need a new thing to put my spoons on because the last one got broken. And don't throw away the box too early if you're cooking from the box because you're going to look at it again. It would suck if it's in the trash. Stir in chicken and sausage. I'll do this. That should have the rice and everything already in it. Bring to a boil and cover. And then we'll get on the next thing. That bearded guy. Gotta go. Bye. Well, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, this needed to be used up this month, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. When Amy makes things like this, this is generally how she makes it, from a box, like Zatarain, something like that. I'm the one that usually does the completely from scratch sort of thing. 7:13. So, who am I corking? I'm corking someone. I noticed people watching went down. Where? That'll work. Let that cool off a second. Not quite. Not quite. It's getting there. And where is that spatula? I can stir it again. And this we are bringing to a boil, and we are going to cover it. Trying to figure out how I want to do the tamales. It's supposed to be in like a steamer basket or crock pot or something like that. Have a crock pot over there. What do I have that I could do that with? I don't know. I'm probably going to use that crock pot. And we're just going to cook these. I'll let the crock pot cook them. Some water, or put them in the microwave. I got HEB tamales. So I might have them going after the chat. What else are we going? Anyone still out there from Twitch? Do not know. Dog, what are you doing? Food's not done yet. I have to cook it. No sniffing the stove. Go. Go. But yes, we're literally waiting for a pot to boil. What do I have that I could raise it up with? So I can use the other pot, but I have to raise them up. One of these bigger ones, maybe I should have thought it through better. One of these bigger ones I could probably do easier, but I'm using them. And that might be what I do. Might wait till I'm done with these and I'll package them all up. And then I could steam them. I don't know. I will figure it out. And of course, this is live. So I get to go through my thought process too. Thought process of, I guess I'm crazy. I don't know. There's a spoon. I want to use that bowl for this. Maybe another one would be better. A little shallower bowl. If I finish this, I gotta do close or finish them. Did it die again? Something's wrong with my phone. It keeps dying. I need it pulled up, so I just plugged it back in. Those don't match, but they'll work. They will do the job. So the sausage, if y'all want to do this, is already cooked. The chicken is already cooked. The pack has the seasoning in it. And so all you're really cooking, you're heating it up and you're cooking the rice. So as soon as it starts boiling, we're going to put that on the back burner. And we're going to switch these around. I'm going to check on the goulash and probably start eating some goulash while this is cooking. So who else is still out there? We've got that bearded guy, Vanessa Kitty. That bearded guy had to go. I do not know how to scroll up in the chat. He doesn't want to scroll up. So I'd have to look on my phone. Go Shadow, you're still here. Awesome. Awesomeness. I didn't do anything really last weekend because I was at the Lone Star Rally. And if any of y'all haven't seen the Lone Star Rally footage, that's on my other channel. The one that says Lone Star Rally, and it's got like the date 11/24, is like the whole video where, 11/24, 11, whatever it is, I'll look it up in a minute. But it's got the date beside it in Lone Star Rally. So what I did was I live streamed going in. Then I turned the live stream off. I walked around the booths and everything. And then I live streamed going to the other end. I was actually looking for a friend. And I ended up in a pretty cool party by accident out on the Strand. And I wasn't there for the shooting. I had just left. And which is pretty good that I wasn't there, because a lot of people had to come back the next day for their bikes, because then that became a crime scene. And the cops wouldn't let you get your bike. So people were kind of stranded. And that was nothing to do with an MC or a riding club or anything to do with motorcycles. That was a local gang member that did essentially a hit on another gang. One of the reasons I kind of left when I was looking around, you can kind of tell, like the MC, biker, stuff like that, that crew, no matter the race, it's because we have everybody out there. I mean, there's black motorcycle clubs, and there's Hispanic ones, there's white ones, but they've all got like their own kind of clique to them going on, their own kind of vibe. Same music and stuff like that, but just the people kind of have that vibe. And then you have like the gangbanger vibe sort of thing. Once again, that's all races. The little gangbangers there's just a totally different vibe to them, and I was kind of picking up on that as I was going through there. And I'm like, this is awesome, and it was so totally awesome. You can watch the footage, but that's kind of one of the reasons I decided to just sort of keep going. Was that vibe just wasn't right. Hurry up and boil, will you, please? We have people waiting on you to boil. It's just about there. It's like it's quaking a little bit. There we go. I'm talking to the pot. I'm losing my mind. I'm trying to coax it into boiling. Well, we should be pretty close on the goulash. And I will dish that up and we can all look at that. And while that is going on, where's Mariah? I finished in my kitchen one day. I finished with the painting and all that. It's a time off and money thing currently. And I have a house and 2 pickups and 2 Harleys. I mean, that means I can't really take off. I have dark rye bread. With this one? You're probably going to want a lighter rye. This is just what I have. Because I like making croutons out of it. Awesome. It's dark rye. That is awesome for making croutons. I'll put that back here. Yeah, I know. He's a dog. I don't think he cares. He's already heard your opinions. I don't think he cares. Maybe one day I'll even have matching bowls and stuff like that. One can dream. And it is boiling. Move, cat, move. Move. Going to start writing a song. We are going to cover that up. Well, I'll start one more time. It's going to be covered for about 20-25 minutes. That's not done. It's damn close. So where is my other spoon? I just had it. Oh, here it is. So I'm not mixing spoons. Let that cool for just a second. And now we'll add the marjoram. About a teaspoon. Sort of rub it between your fingers, get those oils going. I'm gonna turn my phone back on. You can thicken this up with some flour. But honestly, this doesn't need to be thickened. I think because of the amount of tomato paste that I used. Coolness. Coolness, coolness. And that is done. At about 7:50, the gumbo should be done. We will check. And we will see. Probably should have added the marjoram a little bit earlier. If you want to dig that bay leaf out, that would be awesome too. I believe translation-wise, that is technically called potato goulash, but I call it sausage goulash because that's the meat that it has in it. Pairs well with rye bread, but you can use any bread. Turn the volume back down. Go back to Rumble. My phone, it's updating. I have it plugged in. I don't know why it keeps dying. It just does. And this is goulash. Doesn't need anything added to it either. Doesn't even need to be thickened up. If it is a little watery, like if I would have used the diced tomatoes instead of the tomato paste, I would have probably added maybe 2 tablespoons of flour to it and just thickened it up. And the rye bread. Czech food is heavy in gravy and sauces and sopping everything up. Probably why so many of them moved to the south. Like I said, you'll probably want a lighter rye bread. I just happen to have dark. It's a piece with some sausage. Goulash. Right there. That is goulash. Goulash does not have macaroni noodles in it. I know they call that goulash, but it's not goulash. Kind of like kolaches do not have meat in them. That's not a kolache. Kolaches have apricot and peach and poppy seed and that sort of thing in them. I think how those started getting called kolaches is they would take kolache dough and they'd wrap a kielbasa with it, and they would take that out to the fields and stuff like that to work when they immigrated over here. But now what they even wrap it with isn't kolache dough. There's no lemon in it. It's even the wrong dough. But if you go to the Czech Republic, or you talk to someone from the Czech Republic and you try to tell them that that is a kolache, that pig in a blanket thing, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. But that is goulash. And it is awesome. So for the ingredients, what we ended up using, we had 1 large sweet onion, or you can use 2 medium ones. We sauteed that in 2 heaping tablespoons of bacon grease, but you can use vegetable oil, you can use butter, really, if you want to. We added 1 full link of sausage, a good dark kielbasa, but just any sausage will work. 3 garlic cloves. I smashed them and then minced it up. 2 teaspoons of pepper, 2 teaspoons. I use kosher salt. What the hell is wrong with her? Hold on. There we go. Turn that back on. Oh, MKJO posting links over on Rumble for the Lone Star Rally. You are awesome. Thank you. And she's not even here and she's still interrupting. So, that's how it goes. But where were we? 1 large sweet onion, 2 heaping tablespoons of bacon grease, but you can use anything you need for that. 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt. I use kosher salt. A teaspoon of marjoram, a tablespoon of sweet Hungarian paprika. We put 1 bay leaf in there. I'll have to dig that out in a minute. And we use, I think 7 small red potatoes. And 2 cans of tomato paste. And that was the ingredients. That's not really a lot of ingredients, which is the other thing I like about it. It's simplicity. Check that out. That is awesome. I ought to come up with a logo or something that says check that out, but spell it check. Or check it out. That might be an idea. I'm trying to get a hold of someone maybe to make some shirts for my other channel and some more coffee cups. The only time I had any coffee cups, I sent the only one that I had to a dear friend, and it got broken. So next time I get coffee cups in, she's first on the list, and I'm sending that to her. And I don't know how I'll do the rest of them. I might do some channel promos, stuff like that, or giveaways or something with it, and then have them like sold on a store as well for anyone else who wants them. I just can't afford the payment for the drop shipping ones. It turned out good, but I just don't want to pay that every month. I'd rather pay it one time. So I've been looking for someone to do that. Margarine is not healthy. Edward Espinoza is saying that he just learned that margarine is really healthy. No, it is not. Whoever told you that is wrong. Margarine was intended for fattening up turkeys and stuff like that, and they figured out they could market it to people as butter. And use real butter. Don't use margarine. I never use margarine, if you notice in my cooking. It is always butter. I think for all the stuff that we try to make, the health food and everything else, they end up adding so many other things to it, other chemicals and stuff that ends up being bad for us in the long run, that you're much better off just with natural products, natural food. If you need butter, use butter. If you need to cut back on the salt, use the unsalted, low sodium, that sort of thing. Why are you scratching over there? You're getting a bath. But just about anything, the more natural you can get it, the better. I mean, you don't have to be a complete health nut or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. You don't have to be chewing granola. But the more natural ingredients you can use in your cooking, the better. And of course, with the food and stuff, what's healthy and what's not healthy. Eggs, are they healthy or are they not healthy? Dog, what are you doing? What are you stirring up? Move. You know, for years they said eggs are bad, and they say, oh, they're good, or oh, they're this, or cholesterol's good, or cholesterol's bad, and there's good cholesterol. See, I also had HEB for my Twitch follower over there. But yeah, be as natural as you can on that. Hold on, let me mute that. Okay. Ghost Shadow has a comment out here. Oh, Hallie. I don't think that's anything. It's the ingredients used to make it. I was kind of getting back to what I was saying. It's the ingredients you use, the ingredients that you put in it. What quality ingredients are you using? And if you're going to do something like the gumbo we're making back there on the back, if you're going to make that from the box, there's going to be all kinds of other thing in the seasoning. It'll turn out good. You may find one that you like, and that's just the one that you use all the time. But if you do it completely from scratch, and you start with a roux, and you got the Trinity, and you got everything else, and you're making your own stock, you're doing all of that, you're not going to have all that other stuff in there. You're going to be adding some of it just with the seasonings that we use because it's near impossible to get away from it, but you're going to have a whole lot less of it. And this stuff is amazing. So what you put into it, but most of the stuff you're going to find at the store, it's cheap and it ain't good. Maybe if you're at Whole Foods, you can find some good. But it started out, I believe, as turkey feed or chicken feed, one of them. If you ever raise chickens, we just feed them cornmeal and bacon grease and eggs and their chickens. But chickens will eat each other anyways. You gotta watch it if they're not pecking each other. Hogs are a much cleaner animal to raise than chickens. Had a tornado hit the coops one year. I didn't eat chicken for several years after that. Yeah, that is one of the worst. Most of your seed oils are not really that great for you, but a lot of them have high temps, and that's why people started using them. I've got peanut oil back there. Most of the time, I'm not using like an oil that I'm cooking in. I'm usually using butter, or I'll use like bacon grease. I'll render like some bacon first. You know, any chance I have to use something like that, I would rather do that, or I'll use olive oil. I try to stay away from the seed oils as much as possible. You can't always do it, but if you can, that would be amazing. Jumpy Killer, howdy, how are you doing? Whose chat am I quirking? Not that I'm going to hurt their numbers at all. Probably either be Yankee, Honda, or Matt. Oh, that's cool. Can make marjoram. That up there. Almost passed out, didn't he? Don't do that to yourself. We're about to check on the gumbo back there. I'm probably going to end this and then do the tamales. See, the checks were perfect for the South. Heavy gravies, sopping everything up. It's a perfect fit. Oh, I know, baby. I know. Mommy, come home. She is not in a good mood. Sorry about that. She needs some help. So let's move these back around. Question here would be, is the rice cooked? And yes, it is. So I will get another bowl. Another small one. What spoon do I want for that? That will work much better. I would probably have a little more rice. But that is the gumbo. Chicken and sausage gumbo. Jumpy ate at a sub place. At a street. Most of the mineral oil that I haul is petroleum. It's used in the oil field. It's actually pretty good. So, for the Zatarain's gumbo mix, I'll have to give it two thumbs up. I won't give it any stars. I can make better, but it's pretty good. You're not going to go wrong with it. I guess I'll say that. You're not going to go wrong with the Zatarain's gumbo mix. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. She is not in a good mood. She just got back from a trip. But as I was saying, the Zatarans is actually pretty good. You're not going to go wrong with it. I can make better, but you're not going to go wrong. So that's it. I'm going to have to dish this up, and I'm going to make tamales. So I will catch y'all later. Let me see. You love your microwaves and liquor. Yeah. I might cook them in the microwave. I don't know. I had a cat that's fixing to make the leap of faith over here, and the dog's going to chase after her. The gumbo is pretty good. The goulash is amazing. And I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm going to end this just before 2 hours. I usually try for about 2 hours. But I got some things to do. I got to dish this up, and I got to figure out a way to cook these tamales. So I will catch you later. Thank you so much for watching. And I should be, next weekend, I might make something earlier because I'm probably leaving out on Sunday. Or if I get back Friday, I might even leave out Saturday night. So it might be Friday, it might be Saturday when I make my food. I do not know yet, but we're trying to move the loads up so that I can be back for Thanksgiving. So I will catch you later. And thank you so much. And I'll hit that little button now. So bye-bye.